Hey everybody, Josh here, and welcome to the Go Therefore podcast. Today I had the privilege of sitting with Manuel De Los Reyes. He is a brother in Christ. He is a good friend of mine. We have worked together for a long time, and we've been talking about doing this for a while, coming on here and talking about faith. And we talked about faith. We talked about his growing up in the church. We talked about what it's like to be from a big family. We talked about what it's like for him to see one of his kids following in his footsteps. And we just had a really great conversation, and I appreciate the time that we had together. I really enjoyed getting to know him a little bit better, and I hope that you enjoy it too. God bless.
Thank you, Jesus, for this podcast. Please use it to reach somebody lost.
And Jesus came and said to them, All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit.
You're starting all your podcast rounds. You go from none to one every day.
To like one a week or something.
Why are they just going to ask you about your programming and stuff like that? I'm sure
that and I guess ask her about like just like different, like what other plans does she have, or any other programs like she's.
Cool.
I guess if she's got any plans for the facility or other facilities or reentries. And then the other lady, I found out today that she's I guess she's the reentry coordinator or PO for the women's.
Oh, okay, cool.
So she was like, "There's not a men's one." I was like, "Okay." Like,
oh yeah, they're looping you into another.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know.
You're like, man, I'm doing like 2 or 3 things right now. Yeah.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I guess she had said that this is her one and done thing.
Yeah.
That was it. She's never done it with. It's just like COs. I guess she did one with Corrections One something. I guess she did another podcast.
Oh, that's cool.
A while back.
Yeah. Well, then that'll be fun. Hope you have a good time on it.
And then the lady that's with me, I guess they both started together in the academy. They started together, so she knows her very well.
Where can people listen to that, or you don't know yet?
I don't know. I think that I don't know yet, but she was saying that there's already a podcast for the businesses. I was like, I didn't know that.
Cool. Yeah. When you find out, let me know. I want to listen to that, and then I can add it on to. I can add it onto the tagline here, and then people can listen to that, and then whatever other 100 of them you do in the next couple of weeks or whatever. Well, thank you for coming on this one. I'll start asking you where did you grow up? Where were you born?
I was born in El Paso. Mm-hmm. I was born in El Paso. Actually, my mom, to tell a story about it, my mom. She was living in Juarez. Her water broke in Juarez. She crossed over. My dad was working at Camino Real Hotel right across the border. Mm-hmm. So we had permission. They had work visas. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Hey, my water broke. Like, well, get over here. Head over here."
Yeah.
It was right as soon as she crossed. They took me to a Methodist clinic, and that's where.
Over there in El Paso?
Yeah. It was actually a Methodist clinic. It was not even a hospital, nothing. It was just a clinic, a regular clinic, or like walk-in clinic, just so they can get me in right away. I guess. But yeah, I was born in El Paso.
Was your family still living in Juarez?
Yeah, my mom was. Yeah, well, my mom and my dad, yes. And then, I guess, because of the laws back then, if somebody was born, everybody else got papers and all that. So after that, my mom and my dad came over, and then they started. From my mom's side, they started helping, like her family and her brothers and her dad, and so thing with my side of my dad's side of the family, and then everybody just came over.
Were you the first of your siblings born over here?
Yes, for the first one, yes, and then I was first one from my mom's side.
Oh yeah.
So from my mom's side, from all my uncles and everything, she's the oldest. From my mom's side. My mom said she's the oldest.
How does that work with your siblings? Are you the oldest, or are you?
Yes. I'm the oldest of 6 or 5. I think 6 or 5. Yeah.
And do they all still live in the the Deming area? Because you went to Deming after that, right?
Yes, I grew up a little. Well, after we were born, we went back to Juarez. We lived there a couple of years, and then went to El Paso for a little bit, and then the fields took us to Deming.
Mm-hmm.
So then we were there. We grew up. The whole family migrated, so just went all the way to Juarez. To Deming. So we grew up there. But the only one that stayed was my dad. Right now he's the only one that's there. Everybody else is like my brother Mark is in Phoenix. Eric is in Cruces. I got my brother Irvin here, and then my sister is in Georgia. It's like a mission or missionary,
mm-hmm.
and then Jesse is in Australia
on a mission.
Yeah, on a mission. Yeah.
Where are they going to go when they get back from their mission? Are they going to live in the Deming area or just go somewhere else?
I think that they'll stay there as long as they. I guess I'm pretty sure that they'll be there till ever. They can volunteer for.
Oh, I see.
As much as they want. Yeah.
They'll just make a life over there.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, Jesse, I think not too long ago posted that he's a citizen Australian. Hey, mate. Hey, mate.
Did he root against you in the World Cup or what?
We were going against each other. But it's funny because his daughter has that whole accent. And my kids look at her like, why did she say that?
It's fun. Have you recovered from the World Cup?
No, not at all. That's a wound there.
It's still sad.
You live with it. You just try and hide it.
Yeah, I was gonna polish my thing.
I see that. I thought it was the only thing that I couldn't accept was that. I was like, oh.
I got that from Lieutenant Reyes.
Yeah, he'll text me like because they'll play from time to time, and then America will win, and it's like, hey, text me like, Aguilas forever, this and that.
That's funny. Now the church you belong to, they started. I looked at it a little bit. They started like in the 30s.
Yes, 1963, I think, or
okay.
I think it was 63 or 62.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back then. Yeah, I think it was 62 or 63. Yes, don't quote me on it, but I believe so. Yeah.
So, were your parents already a part of that when you were born, or did that happen later?
Yeah, they were a part of it. Actually, my grandparents were the ones that were preached to, and that's where it started off, was with my grandparents.
Oh, okay.
I think some came from the Catholic. I don't remember where else they came from, but from my grandparents, and then all my uncles were born, and then we were born too.
Who found your grandparents? Was it a missionary, or did they just walk into it?
No, a missionary. I know that they've always, when we talk about the story of us and the family, how we started, they always mention a brother. And I don't remember his name, to be honest with you, and it was just funny because it was just I believe it was just my grandpa who started first.
Yeah.
And then my grandma didn't want too much of it, and then she ended up doing it too. From my dad's side of the family, I think my grandpa was a minister.
Yeah.
Was a minister. I don't remember where or what, but he was a minister. So they preached to him, and he converted over, and same thing with my grandma for my dad's side, my grandpa. But yeah, that's how I started, and ever since we've all done it. We've all been in the same church.
So I'm guessing when you were a kid, church was an important part of your life. You go every day.
Open every day. And back then it was just more hardcore, just every day. We go 3 times a day. Like there's 3 hours. It's either 5 a.m. in the morning, 9 a.m. and then 6 p.m. They just maybe that the brothers that maybe work night shift and they can't go during the night, so that's what the morning is, or the first thing, like the how the scripture says that the first thing that you do when you wake up is you pray. So that was there. The 9 is it's always for everybody, right? But it was mostly for women while their husbands were working.
Oh, okay.
And then just 6 p.m. for everybody that can maybe get out of work, or once the day is over. So it's like that. So my mom was just a big. She was very, very spiritual, man. God. She was hardcore into it, if that's the right word.
Yeah.
Like, she
made sure you guys got
Oh yeah.
loaded up.
Yeah, I was just when we were in high school, I wanted to play sports and work.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, that's fine. But Thursdays and Sundays, I forgot.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, yeah. And I would try and slip in a work day. It's like, nope. She would go get me, or she was like, nope, you're quitting one of those if you're not. So she was very, very
Mhm.
Sundays and Thursdays. Thursdays because it was for the youth, the service for youth.
Mhm.
So she didn't want us missing. Or if it was the case, then we would wake up at 5 a.m. and go.
Oh, and just hit one of the other services.
Yeah, go something like that.
How did your coaches take that?
You know, it was funny because it was a soccer thing, right? And there was one time like I think we had to preach during the morning.
Mhm.
So he asked us to go out and preach and everything. Like, why? It was a district game, and I was like, hey, coach, my mom she's not gonna let me go. I was like, I gotta go preach, and I was like, well, and the coach knew that they knew that we were religious, and
Mhm.
I was like, well, don't you go in the morning? I was like, yeah. So go in the morning. I was like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
So then, so I ended up going. I had one of the best games ever. We ended up winning because I was a goalkeeper, and I blocked three out of the 4 shots that they permitted. Right.
Yeah.
So we won and everything. And the coach was like, hey, for the next district game, you need to do the same thing. So where now I was the one praying before the game. You know, I was like, hey, Manuel. I was like, he's like, why don't you pray for us? Like last time. Like,
yeah, we need you to pull us out of this.
Yeah. So it was like, I think that was a one and done, coach. You know, I was like, that was it, you know. But no, the coaches understood. But we're just trying to balance everything. Work, school, and church. Church was, she's always said it, God first. Like, yeah. And it was always like that for all of us. All of us.
All your siblings. I mean, I know that 2 of them are missionaries, but the rest of them, are they still involved with the same?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. Same church. Others very little, but they still go when they need to go. They'll go, or they pray when they have to. You know, like two of my brothers, and who cares if you're listening, because they're going to be following you. Jess is going to be following you. I was telling them about this podcast today, but we share it amongst our family group chat, and but they're a little bit out. How I would say it, just a little bit away. They just maybe just how they feel or their sins or anything like that. But you know, my little brother, always preaches to them and like, hey, like it doesn't matter, man. You need to come back.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, because my mom would be doing the same thing with all of us. I never understood this. Never understood this. But when I was out and about in my youth, my mom one time tells me, I was like, man, I would always pray that you never found peace where you were at. And I was young, and I was like, Mom, why would you do that? You know, that's some jacked up stuff you're gonna be wishing me in.
Yeah. You
know, but she was like, no, so you'll understand it later. I was like, but I pray every day in front of church. I was like, and I pray that you never find peace in what you were doing. And I never did. I was always in trouble. Right. Or whatever. I was like,
and it worked.
Yeah, they were like, Mom, are you a prophet? You know,
could have prayed for just a little bit of money.
just something more useful, you know. I would have came back, Mom. I would have came back, you
know. That's funny. So did you play when you were playing sports all through high school and whatever else? Was it soccer? Did you play a little bit of everything?
I played soccer and basketball. Those were two main things. I actually started off with just basketball right off the bat, and then once in 8th grade, just tried it out and stuck with it. Just stuck with it. 8th grade made it for varsity all the way to senior. Yeah, and then I played a little bit outside Division II ball. There in Canutillo, actually. Yeah, that was really cool because I was still in my last year of a junior or a senior, and you would go and I was probably 17 and I was the youngest one. These are grown men, and I got all the experience that I needed from them. You know, that was the first time I ever got knocked out.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was the first time like they really was very physical, and I took that to my senior year and it was good. It was really good. But just basketball soccer. Soccer was my thing.
Yeah, but you were always a goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper. I defender and a goalkeeper till I was like, nah, I'm not a runner.
Yeah.
So just let me go as a goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
So I stayed as a goalkeeper.
Yeah. Now you were talking about playing a little bit of a Division II. Was there ever a time in your life when you thought that might be your path, like what you might do for work as athletics?
No, because I always wanted to. My dream was always to become a teacher.
Uh-huh.
I always wanted to become a math and a PE teacher. That was always my thing, and I just figured there was at that time. I think in MSU, there was just so much competition, and I think MSU never had a men's league,
Mm-hmm.
in college, but we were just. This was like I think it was like I don't know if it was Division II. Like it was very low. It was very low division. Like we were playing. If you kept winning those tournaments, you were going up.
Mm-hmm.
You were going up to a division, and like that. But no, it was. I could just see the competition. I was very small compared to all these guys, and
Oh yeah.
and then it just my mentality was more to go to school and
Mm-hmm.
and do that, and I was doing other things actually too while doing that. MMA was picking up at that time.
Yeah.
And I ended up doing a little bit of cage fighting for a few years.
Yeah.
So that's where all my focus went right after high school, and that was a good experience too. But so it was just shifting never left to right from soccer to this, but no, never. I always tell my boys like, I could have been a professional, but I blew my knee.
Oh yeah.
I always tell my boys, I blew my knee.
Whenever you were fighting, were you a jiu-jitsu guy, or did you rely on some wrestling?
Wrestling was one of the things we grew up boxing, a little bit of boxing, with my parents and with my dad and my uncles and all that, and well, not through out of high school. Now we got into jiu-jitsu, and then we were seeing the UFC one, and
Yeah.
back then like, oh, what's jiu-jitsu? They're wrestling, and then we started doing a little bit of each. But that was cool. It was just we all started off with like a boxing background, because I remember when we would go back and Juarez, and that was sometimes we had to do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. And I know we've talked before that you're a professional wrestling fan, a WWE fan. Did that start back then? How'd your love for that start?
In Juarez, when we lived in Juarez, my dad took us to I think it's called the Benito Juarez Coliseum down there, and that's the first time that I think that's the only time that he took us, and that's where that's where it kicked off for me.
Yeah. Who'd you get to see?
El Perro Aguayo.
Hmm.
Him. I think it was Santos back then. Just old school Eddie Guerrero when he was just young kid, young the Guerreros. I remember we had went, and we were just young, but I remember the names, and I remember that there was an incident that got into that day, because the guys were selling. They were coming right next to us, and we were kids. We wanted everything that was passing by. These guys, the vendors, and he was doing it on purpose, and telling us like, hey, he wants it. And my dad tells like, if you come here one more time, it's like, I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna pay for it. And, but I never did. But it was just the atmosphere was so cool. I remember that, and from then it was just they would always buy me the little wrestling figures that were just one hand up, one hand down.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't even move. It was just like that, and then your wrestling rings, and then your mask from time to time, and I remember like
Did you have a Santos mask?
Yeah, no, the blue demon, the blue guy, the blue, and him and Mil Máscaras. That was the other one, and it just growing, looking at it, and Rey Mysterio and Conan and everything. Now we grow up, I'll take my kids, and they like it too. They like it. And I've always been a big fan of it.
Yeah.
We went to I posted it on Facebook. We went to one where I finally took my 3 boys one time at Cruces. And I was there real early, but Jericho liked Kalisto back then. He was a really big fan of him. And I didn't know that they were parking in the back, but everybody was going to the back. So we start seeing wrestlers coming in. We ended up seeing AJ Styles, the Usos, like everybody. And Kalisto came out. And I was like, oh, man, he's like, that's him,
Yeah.
My boy we actually got pictures with him, Becky Lynch. We got a picture with Becky Lynch. Rhino. I think the other one was Rhino. And my boy was just like, Dad. I was like, oh.
Oh, he's
And I
crying.
was like, what? I was like, you okay? He was like, Dad, this is the best day ever. It's like I met my favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
And just his face, just
Yeah,
the face
that's
was cool and everything was all excited. My other boys too. But Jericho has always been that wrestling,
Mhm.
just like that is the kid that you would see on top of the sofas and doing backflips.
Oh yeah.
Doing backflips and his belts. He would take his belts with him to school.
Oh yeah.
And we'll sit down and we'll watch like, hey, Dad's like WrestleMania's coming up and this and SummerSlam. Like, can you put this?
Raiden will always show up with one of his belts, and I tell him like, "Man, you're gonna lose that." And he's like, "I'm not gonna lose that. I know where I put it." I said, "No, that's not what I mean." You're fixing to lose that thing. I seen a deal on a Conan the other day. You know, he had like some health problems, right?
Mhm.
And he wound up having, I think, like a double leg amputation.
Oh wow!
But it was bouncing back from it.
Man, I didn't know how involved he was in bringing up all these Mexican wrestlers. Man.
Yeah. I've heard that he's like the Mexican Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. The way that he helped Rey Mysterio and like everybody, like they went through him, and like wow.
Yeah, and I had never followed any of those guys until I got older. Because of course, as a kid, you like the ones you see on TV. But then when you really get into it, you start seeing guys like that, and you're like, oh man, there's a whole nother level of competition here.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are something. Especially Conan and people like that. Those guys are just monsters.
Yeah.
And so I grew up with like the WWE toys, and like you said, they have the one where the one hand's up, or they're in a pose or whatever. I gotta know because I never saw a Santos toy. Did they have a version of him in the suit?
No, not as. Well, it was it was just like a silver underwear, like a silver underwear and just a silver mask and a silver cape. That was it. That's all that was. It's just that.
Never in the get up like you see in the pictures.
No, never.
Where
Like
he's
that.
smoking the pipe.
Yeah,
in the suit with his mask.
Yeah, no, it was just like that. The same pose for everybody. All they did is just color the face in the underwear, on the boots.
That's funny. So, after you grow up a little bit, like I know that you've been in law enforcement and corrections for a long time, but what were you in between? What were you out of school and before you got into that? What kind of work did you do?
So I did solitaire homes, kind of like construction. That's where I learned how to lay carpet. Lay carpet, some framing. That was my thing. It was just mostly restaurants too. Right before I had right out of high school, was restaurants, and then that was the big one is solitaire homes. And then I actually applied in Silver City to become a police officer.
Yeah.
And I had gotten accepted, and I was supposed to start. I think it was 2017 in January, and 2016 when I had applied in like the late months. What I didn't want to do was go to Silver City without having a part-time job. I wanted to have work up there for a little bit and still go to school. And I had applied at the county. What was funny is that I had already applied in Deming in the county detention center there for way before that, and I didn't know this till later. But when I finally got accepted in school, and then I got the call to work in county, so I just started working county, and I loved it. I stayed there. I never went back. I never went back as a police officer. Never even tried it. I just let it go. But the third day that I was in county, there was an inmate that actually we had here too. He had sharpened a toilet brush, and he had said, "Man down." I went up there, our CEO, our sergeant back then, and went up there, took him down, and he talked to him. This is my third day ever in this, right? And so I walked by, and he's like, "Hey, youngster," he's like, "Come here." He's like, "Come here." So when I go in, he takes this toilet brush shank. I was like, "Hey," he's like, "This was for so and so up there, and this and that." And I'm looking at it like, what the hell did I get myself into? And then he pulls out another one, like a screw, like a big screw. Same thing, sharpened. I was like, yeah, this was up there, but so and so, just made me realize not to do it. And I remember I was like looking at it. I remember going home because I lived with my uncle Misael, I remember going home. I went straight to my room and I started crying.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did I get myself into? I was like, is this for me? Like, I'm gonna be dealing with dangerous people, getting shanked, looking at all these YouTube videos and everything,
Mhm.
right? I was like, holy crap, what am I gonna do? Like,
Mhm.
18 years later, I'm
Yeah.
still
Yeah, it's still doing it. Yeah, you figured it out.
yeah. 18 years later, we're still here.
How old were you when you started?
18.
You were right. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, you said that right
18.
out of school.
Right out of school.
Yeah.
Yeah, right out of school, I went do like 3 months of college, and like, nah, this ain't for me.
Mhm.
I came back to Demi, and then that's whenever I had applied for all that. And
Mhm.
but 18 years after that, I did I think it was 7.5 years there, 8 years
Mhm.
there, and then I have 10 here.
Yeah. Did you work at the county here too, or
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't do that. Well, we were going to, but we ended up not doing it after all.
Mhm.
But no, but we're going back to that stories. Whenever I got hired in Silver City, uh, months later, my mom calls me and she's like, I was telling a little bit of what we do,
Mhm.
and she tells like, I didn't want to tell you this, but Deming had called you before Silver City, but I always kept telling them no, that you were already working somewhere else.
Mhm.
I was like, Mom, it's like, why would you want to do that? I was like, I was like, I didn't want you to work there. It's dangerous and this and that. And I was like, so I could have been working in Demi. I was like, instead of Silver City commuting back and forth. I was like, but she always kept that away from me.
Mhm.
But no, yeah, 18
Yeah, it
years
seems to
later.
have worked out.
Yeah, it worked out good.
You've had a successful career, but first getting into that and then not being sure of if you had chosen the right thing, and then you had talked about your mom keeping you away from the other, and you talked about how she would pray that you wouldn't find peace. At Do you remember the point where you came to Jesus, where you came to faith and
so
found the peace?
so we've always right, we've always believed, we've actually since my parents were baptized, that's when we 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 were blessed with that, right?
Mhm.
uh when we were 14, we decided like, hey, we want to continue now, because that's, to us, is that's the age of reason,
Mhm.
for us. So at 14, I had said, you know what, yeah, this is no, nobody's forcing me to do it. This is,
Mhm.
and we had known other churches, like well, we knew about them, um, but we just like, no, this is where we'll be at. This is where we decided to stay at, and
Mhm.
they gave me the choice to continue to as well or not. And no, I took that at the age of 14. That was the age of reasoning to us.
Mhm.
Uh, and that was it. That was it. And then just been there ever since.
Yeah. And how does it work with you guys? Do you guys get baptized
Yeah.
right away, or you do it when you're kids? Or
No, so like right when we were at 14, 16, yeah, 14. Ours is 14 years.
Mhm.
That to us, that's the age of reason where we can say yes or no,
Mhm.
or so it's kind of like pretty. It's pretty cool because they, whether you do or you don't want to, you go up to the church and they present you. It's like,
Mhm.
your parents give a word of advice. It's like, I remember my dad would remember telling me, it's like, I don't have riches. I have no material riches to offer you. I
Mhm.
was like, the only rich that I have is the word of God. I was like, and that's the most richest thing
Mhm.
that you can have, is that is God. And I remember that. I was like, it's up to you. Like,
Mhm.
nobody's telling you yes or no, or kicking you out or nothing. It's like, if you like to, like, yeah. But I have seen how my parents were blessed, my mom,
Mhm.
everybody, and everything in church. And no, I stayed. Yeah, I still continued and continued. But whenever my mom prayed for that, she's just young and rebellious, and
Yeah.
I don't want to go to church.
Yeah.
And I was missing a lot of church, and I was just missing. I was just missing church, not going to church, and the party life in a way.
Mhm.
And I remember her saying that's like, I was like, you've gotten away from God so much. I said, this is not who you are. I was like, oh, look. And I would call her sometimes with some of my issues and stuff. And she tells me, like, one day she told me, I pray every day
Yeah.
for you and your brother. I was like, up front. I was like, all the way up front, Mom. I was like, in front of the church. I was like, all the way to the front.
Yeah.
I was like, and I pray that you never find peace. And as a youngster, you don't understand that. And now as an adult, like, man, that's the best thing that a parent can do, is for us not to find peace away from God. And I tell that to my boys now, and they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Have you run into that with your
with
boys?
My 10 boys, I think. Oh yes.
Yeah. That's another thing the listeners might be interested in here. How many kids do you have?
10 kids. That is a true story. 10.
Yeah.
10. I have 3 with my first marriage, and then 2 with my current marriage, and then she had 5.
Yeah.
And then just all of a sudden, boom, 10 in a house of, I think it was like 3 bedrooms, and it was a small house too. And then that's when I first started picking up like what construction was and everything. Yeah. Here I am building another room and in a living area and adding another bathroom here and there. Yeah. Man, that was my first initiative, like my first experience with construction. It was like that, trying to save all that money, but I had 10 kids.
What's the age range?
Right now it's like, I think Leah is 21 or 22. And then Santiago is 6.
Yeah.
6.
So how many years did you have all 10 at home?
Leah left, I think, to the army. I think 19 or 20. So I had them like maybe 3 years in the house.
What is how does the morning work? Like going to school, is this all done in shifts or what?
It was you just come almost like a prison.
Oh yeah. Oh, your experience.
Oh yeah. Like, you don't have those scenes that you're gonna share one scene, all of you. It was actually a shift. Like people, like the ones that took longer were the first ones there, like 4 or 5 in the morning, taking a shower, dude. But by the way, that was Antillon. He was one of them. Yeah, that he was always in the morning with his hair, and he was always a pretty boy. He would always take forever. It's like, nah, man, you're going last, or you're gonna go in the morning. Everybody was real quick, it's just like real quick, or right before bed. There was someone would shower right before bed. Others in the morning, we were split it like that.
Yeah,
But oh man, that was a challenge. I like Tetris in a house. It was just
So the De Los Reyes table for dinner, is there just this huge whole room that's a table, or do you do that in shifts?
No, that was no shifts. It was definitely a small table, but a majority of us were, especially myself, I was always on the counter. In the kitchen counter. It was always me and my wife were always in the countertop. The kids were there. But it was just so small. Like we were all eating on the countertop of the kitchen, and then I think it was a table like maybe 5 or 6 can fit in there, so they're all there. But that's what we do. Yeah, man, it was, and you can even tell like it's chow time. I was like, it's time to eat.
Yeah.
It comes.
How much hamburger meat per meal?
Oh man. We talk about it all the time, my wife. And, like, man, how do we make it? I was like, and I was joking around. I was like, man, this is what Jesus was talking about when he fed all those people with just a thing of fish and stuff. Like, that was us.
Right.
That was us. It was definitely something else, man. And the kids ate. They ate like there was no tomorrow. Yeah. And I'll be very honest. Like, I would always tell us, like, just feed everybody first, and they would always leave something. I was like, I'll eat the leftovers. Like, don't even worry about it. I'll eat the leftovers. I don't care. Yeah. And even to this day, they're like, hey, you want this? I was like, yeah, I'll eat it. I'll eat it. But man, she's gifted when it comes to cooking, and man, she made it work for us. Edith made it work. Yeah, we joke around like, man, I think this is what Jesus was talking about when he fed all those people. It just is. So like, yeah.
How many are at home right now?
1, 2, 4.
4. Yeah. So that's probably like a vacation.
Yeah,
right?
and 4, and we're trying to kick out Antillon as much as so he comes and he stays with us when he works. That way he doesn't have to commute back and forth. Sure. He's got his place, right? He's been blessed with the place up there. So so we're like, can I come and stay? We're like, no, like we're finally getting rid of all of you guys. Like it's finally peaceful for us that you guys want to come. And not only that, now he's got a dog, right? We had a pups, right? And he kept one, and it's like he brings that dog over, and that dog can eat.
Oh yeah,
can eat. And like, dude, like, I'm happy that you're here. Now you got to bring your dog, you know.
Yeah. He had told me, we were talking the other day, and I don't remember how it came up, but we started talking about Lubbock for some reason, and he's like, well, yeah, I'm thinking of moving there. And I said, man, you're going to drive all the way over here for work? And he's like, yeah, no problem. Now it makes sense. He'll just stay with you guys.
That was it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, there's no extra hours, nothing. He's just there those days, and man, he's like pick up your rooms, like pick up your stuff, like, it's like or when the sister's here, like this, his mom that's the favorite one, the sister, right? Yeah. And I was like, hey man, you gotta move your crap out. It's like your sister's coming. And I was like, why do I gotta sleep on the floor? Because your sister's, that's her favorite. That's her mom's favorite. It's like, so you get the floor, bro. Like, you get the floor. So it is what, can I sleep with the kids? I was like, no. My kids want to sleep with you.
No, you have a whole house.
Yeah, you can commute back and forth if you like, you know. But I'll be late. I was like, well, that's your thing. Oh yeah, so he got his place, and his brothers moved out with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they moved out with him. Yeah, so there, and then my other two moved out. They're doing their own thing, working, school. They're both working.
Now, is Antion the only one who followed in your footsteps? Is he the only one doing corrections?
In corrections, yes, I think I have another 3 that I'll do like security on the side. Mm-hmm. They'll pick up a couple shifts and they like it, but corrections, just him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Just, and I don't think the other ones will, or I don't think I want the other ones either, to be honest, you know.
Yeah.
But Dion is the only one.
What's that like, going to work and seeing your son there?
It's one of the like really great things, right? Because I can share that with him. He finally sees what I've been saying for the last 8-9 years that I've been with him, and you know, and at the same time, it's one of the scariest things. Scariest.
Yeah, I can imagine.
One day, it can go south. Yeah, and I'll always relate this, and I've always told him, like, look, cherish your family. Try not to argue before you go to work. You know, set everything just peaceful before you go to work, because you don't know anything, right? And I remember there was we were at the fairgrounds, and we all had a great time. We all have kids, everything. He had a great time. He was going on shift on Sunday, and he had that one-on-one watch with that inmate.
Oh yeah.
And it was a Sunday, and my wife's like, hey, he's like, he hasn't came. Like it's noon and he hasn't came. You know, it's already 1. He hasn't came. He usually comes in at noon and eats. Like, I don't know. So maybe they got busy or something. I don't know. So like, well, can you call? And she's the most worried one, right?
Yeah. So
then I call and they answer. It's like, and just right away, it's like, hey, LT. I was like, you need to hug your son. Like, well, what happened? I was like, well, so you know, tried to kill himself. And I was like, right in front of Antillon. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm laughing. I'll be very honest. Like, now, I remember my first time. You know, in my head, seven. From the years that I've worked in county to now, I've seen 7. You know, and all those 7 have been in county. To the individuals that have they killed themselves, right? And then I was like, what happened? I was like, yeah, he did this, and he tried to say, and he's all pale, and he's actually walking out right now. So I'm there sitting down looking at TV, and my wife's in the kitchen, and he walks in, and he's pale. He's pale. And you know he's morenito, and he's pale. And he's just looking at me, and my wife looks at him and was like, Jairo, what's wrong with you? And then Jairo's just like, Mom, he tried to kill himself in front of me. And then she's like, what? No. And then she turns around, and I'm laughing. I just started laughing. And she's like, why are you laughing at this? This is not funny. Or like, hey, I'm looking at him, and he's like, and it was like, man, I was like, you'll never forget your first one.
Yeah.
You never forget your first one.
Well, he had taken the crown molding off the floor. I remember that day. He started jabbing himself in the neck. Wow. Yeah.
And so after I was done laughing for a minute, like, it's like, and I told her, like, and I have somebody now that I can relate to for like all the years that I've said, like, hey man, don't do this, don't do that. This is why I do it. Like, I know that you're lying to me, and you know all that stuff that we know from the prison we picked up. You know, we tell it to our kids, or even whenever we're interrogating our kids. You know, I've done it all the time. Like, oh,
Sure.
hey, this and that, and they cough it up. They fall the time. Now Auntie O's like, you lied to me. I was like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, you lied to me first. You know.
Yeah.
But it's one of the greatest things to see him there. To see how mature he's gotten from being a kid, and how that's shaped him up. I know he takes care of himself health wise, like what he eats, and now he's part of the CERT team.
Yeah,
you know, in the training, he loves it. I love seeing that. I love seeing what he's doing and how he's maturing up, and even sometimes the mistake that he does, like the time that he was chasing the inmate around the IOP.
Oh man, I watched that video for days. Yeah.
I was like, you did what? I was like, yeah. I was like, I got mad. I was like, you made me look like crap. I was like, why are you chasing him in the first place?
Well, when you're watching it, it reminds me of something that probably had to have happened with siblings or with another kid or whatever, because they're running in a circle around the building, and then all of a sudden you can just see like the light bulb goes off in his head, and he stops and he runs the other way. So yeah, that's a trick you learn probably with 10 siblings.
It's like you should have learned that from like right away, from like two turns ago.
Yeah, save your energy.
No, it's fun. It's fun, and we relate so well that even the mom gets so jealous. Like even when it's an argument, it's like, and I point to him like, he's right, mom. You know, he's right. Like everything, I try my boys not to do drugs, not behave, addiction, not even the smallest thing that can get them to addiction, or we tell them like, find yourself a good job, a government job if you can, do all that border patrol. I know a couple have shared border patrol interest in that. I was like, no, this is what pays bills. I've always told them like, what'd you do today? I was like, I did UAs. I was looking at this all day, and that's what pays the bills. And now he understands that because now he's got to pay bills.
Right. Now
there's no like, hey, I'm gonna call in or I don't want to come in. It's like, hey man, this is what paid your food, what brings food to the house, what pays bills. Yeah. I was like, now where I'm at right now, I was like, well, you don't pay rent. I was like, bro, I pay every day. I pay every day.
Every day of my life.
I was like, every day I'm paying out of this. I was like, don't you think this is free, son? I was like, this is. Yeah. Because they always tell us, like, well, you don't pay bills? I was like, well, girls, like, I pay bills. Like, I pay my bills.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. Like, well, if that's the case, let's trade for a month. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what kind of
go ahead.
Great time you're having. So, have any of your kids started a family yet?
No grandkids.
No.
So far, no grandkids, but I think Antoine is one. I think that's the one.
Yeah.
I think Antoine is gonna do that first, but no grandkids as of right now.
What do you think that's gonna be like, going from like the spiritual leader of your house, because you've been that for years and years and years, and now you're going to effectively watch 10 people go into that role.
Well, one of these even always in the back of my head, but I know that I'll never fulfill it. Like we always say, like, did I do everything that I need to for these kids to be able to raise families? Did I make men out of these kids? But man, that's always in my head. But I always go back and answer my own thought process. Like my dad, the day that my grandpa passed away, my grandpa Manuel, my dad and him and my brother Mark were in El Paso getting tires. And my dad always told me that my grandpa was scolding him at 33 years old.
Yeah. And
he was scolding him and telling him, you need to get your kids in church and keep doing what you're doing. And unfortunately, I have to say what I have to say. My dad was one of the ones that was really, really into church out of his side of the brothers, But he was scolding him. And what I mean by that is that I thought my dad always did a great job, but parenting, even us looking outside, like, man, it's just I worry, did I do enough? But at the same time, I was like, I know I didn't do enough. There's so much more, so much more. But like one of the things with that, Antoine and my boys, I tell them, like, whatever question you got, like, I'll give you an answer that you might not want to hear, but I'll give you an answer.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, it's better to ask now before it's too late.
Mhm.
I was like, don't do that. It's like always ask before
Mhm.
the problem is or what it is, and it's like we don't have all the answers, but we might have something,
Mhm.
or maybe you might have the answer, so just
Sure.
see how it goes. But man, to watch them still as a parent still worries me. It
Mhm.
still worries me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, are they ready to have kids and raise them or be good husbands,
Mhm.
good parents, But I answer sometimes like, hey, even to myself, like, no, I don't think I did enough. But that's just us, like how we always think, I
Mhm.
don't think none of us can say, oh yeah, I did enough.
Yeah. Yeah. They should be good to go. To be
Yeah,
somebody
they're
else's
ready.
fault.
Next one,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think we ever can, But as like that to see them, I don't think discipline ends at whatever age. Or the age
Mhm.
discipline is always whatever age it is.
Yeah.
If I can give them a word of advice to their grandkids,
Mhm.
or just, I don't know, spoil the grandkids, and I didn't spoil them. I think
Yeah.
that they said
Yeah.
the grandparents spoil the
Yeah.
grandkids
Yeah.
more, because even my boys or my nieces and nephews, and my dad's like, oh, you like chipleándolos and everything, right?
Mhm.
And giving them this, giving them that. I was like, Dad, like, I would have gotten whooped for that,
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
he just said this. I'm like, no, you shut up, and you don't know what you're doing. I was like, Dad, like, want me to whoop you now? I was like, my kids are like, what? It's like, Grandpa's gonna whoop you? I was like, but no, that's how I think. Is just out of the back of my head. I don't think I did enough, even though if might have done enough, but still,
Mhm. Whenever you were preparing them for that role, or when you were raising them and all that, I know that you had them in church and stuff like that. But uh, earlier, you've said that kind of your first love was that you wanted to teach and you wanted to coach
Mhm.
and things like that. Did a lot of that play into your parenting style?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It was a lot of patience. I
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of patience with them. Um, a lot of repetitive conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of love for them that I had to like. And I know I didn't. We were raised stricter. We were raised stricter. We couldn't
Mm-hmm.
even like roll our eyes,
Oh yeah,
but we
yeah,
were out unconscious.
yeah.
It wasn't like that. But yes, that helped out. Just to be patient and do everything out of love, the way that they did with us.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really good balance between my dad and my mom.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was strict, to be honest. Like we respect, fear, whatever it was, but it was there.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was the loving one, the
Yeah.
loving one. It was such a good balance. Such a good.
What happens with you and Edith? Or is it the same? Are you strict?
Nah,
No.
and she'll understand now, but I call her Hermilda.
Mm-hmm.
Hermilda is Pablo Escobar's mom.
Oh.
So we're watching the documentary of Pablo Escobar,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of it, they interviewed the mom.
Uh-huh.
And like, no, my son was great, and my son would never hurt anybody. And I just looked like straight to Edith, like, that's you right there. Oh, that is you. Like, because every time I try to discipline, you're like, no, my kids don't do that. And like, and even with my kids, she would defend my kids, like, oh, no, girls, like they're messing up.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't do that. Like, you want some too? It's like, she's like, no. But yeah, I was like, I call her Hermilda. I was like, hey, Hermilda, chill out. But yeah, it was funny about they did a documentary of Pablo Escobar and everything that he did and all
Uh-huh.
that. And she's still there on TV, like, no, my son was the son of, he
Yeah.
did great things and he did that, like,
Yeah, these
and
guys had it all wrong.
yeah, he had they showed the picture of like an airplane that there was a bomb on an airplane and all these deaths and all that. So I just called her Hermilda, like, calm down.
Yeah.
I was like, chill out.
Well, even now he's messing up the what do you call it over there, the ecosystem.
Yeah.
I guess he liked hippos or something, right? So now there's hippos just running wild over wherever they're from, Medellin or wherever, a place where they're not from there. They shouldn't be there, so they're eating up all the food. Yeah, he's still messing it up now. His mom's probably saying, "Oh, they're cute.
They're good."
Who doesn't like a hippo?"
Yeah.
And I can, you're talking about them growing up and having their own families and some of the things you taught them. Or have you encouraged them? Do you want them to have a big family like you? Do you think that was?
I think their mentality is or what I have seen is they don't want no kids. I think they have that mentality of maybe a kid and that's it,
Uh-huh.
and then focus on school and everything. I think that's their mentality right now,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't see anybody, not even jokingly, express like I want to have 5 kids.
Uh-huh.
Nobody. Everybody's like, no, I want to go to college. I don't want no kids. I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Like Leo's like, I don't plan to have kids. She's right now focused in school.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Gabriel Angel. Like nobody's shared to have 5 or 6 kids, or I didn't think either I would have 10 kids out of 1 month. Just all of a sudden,
yeah.
some of the guys at work like, I think your requirements to finding your next love is minimum 5 kids and crazy. I was like, yeah, that's what it is right there. Because we were just 3, and then all of a sudden it was like, I told the guys like, I'm with so and so, and they met her, and it's like, and then 5 kids,
Mm-hmm.
and then Chacho came, and then Santi came later. So like, damn, 10 kids, like just 10 kids, just like that. It's like,
That's wild. I mean, I bet it's a lot of fun. I bet you get to experience a lot of things that other people don't. Just having that. I mean, you have your own baseball team or
one short of a soccer team.
Yeah.
One short of a soccer team.
Yeah.
That was it. And
you have to get a neighbor kid or something.
yeah.
Have you coached all of them or most of them?
No, I didn't. I ended up. I've always coached Jericho,
Uh-huh.
Angel, and Josh. That was it. Gabriel too. Yeah, I coached my 3 boys in the beginning. I did,
Mm-hmm.
and then just Gabriel didn't want nothing to do with it. He was more like a musician, musical stuff.
Uh-huh.
So it was cool. But I coached them, and then there was a time where it just wasn't working no more. Like with Jericho was just like it wasn't. And then at work too. So, and then I didn't want to hassle the parents. Some parents, but some parents were really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I needed Jericho to also, like Jericho and Angel, go with another coach. Maybe something different. They can teach you something different. And they did. They responded good to other coaches and everything. And I try not to get I try not to get involved with any of them. Let them do their thing. Let them.
Yeah.
One of the things with Jericho is like I always push for soccer. I've always pushed for that kid and everybody for soccer because I did it.
Mm-hmm.
One year, last year, he was like, I don't want to do soccer no more, Dad. I want to do football. I was like, Jericho, like, you can't do football. Like, you're complaining about this. Like, what makes you, So he took a stance on me. It was like really bad, and he played like shit, like crap.
Mm-hmm.
That whole was like Jericho's like, no, I want to play football. So you know what? I'm gonna put you in football so you can get tossed around and everything. Right? And his first game, he quit. Jericho quit his first game,
mm-hmm.
and he got hit pretty good, and he quit. He quit that game, and I remember telling the coach, like, Coach, you do you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like, if you need to whoop him, then I'll take care of that. So, if you need to get in his face, yell at him. If you need to push him or whatever, I am all for that. Go do you. It's like, I'm never gonna be in here on your way or be that type of player. It's like, I believe that coaching, structures your kids and shows them how to push. Just get out of that shell. And Jericho just, that was just something. That was cool to see him just evolve or play football,
mm-hmm.
and then to a point where I even accepted, that kid, your soccer ain't your sport.
Yeah,
it's like it's football, mm-hmm. and I know nothing about football.
Right.
And now like the kids, you need to do football. You need to hit the weights. No, he's actually doing right now football and soccer.
Yeah.
Right now for Goddard. Yeah.
Nice.
But, yeah, Angel did too. Angel. Those were the only 2 kids that really did stay with sports. Angel did really good. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was like, even though I don't remember what place they were in state, but Angel was like the 2nd or 3rd from the goalkeepers in max prep
mm-hmm.
for the most saves.
Oh, nice.
He got selected for All-American,
mm-hmm.
All-American, All-State. Like they nominated him.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get picked, but he got nominated for like the All-Stars too.
Nice.
But no, he did really. I didn't get those awards in high school, so he surpassed me. He passed me really, really good.
I bet that was nice to see.
Yeah, that was really cool to see that, and he's a little bit shorter than me.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little bit shorter than me. To see him fly the way he did, and got to see him play, man, that was really nice.
Is that a disadvantage as a goalkeeper? I've never played.
Some, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of Mexican goalkeepers are short,
Mhm.
and they're Hall of Famers, and it's a little disadvantage, but you're probably gonna take maybe 2-3 extra steps to get
I
to
see.
where you need to.
So as long as you can make it up in speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jorge Campos, Conejo Perez, they were all like 5'4", 5'5".
Yeah.
You know, and they were both of them for the Mexican national team, starters, all that. But, I don't know, they did good.
And who's your team all the time? Is the Chivas, right?
Chivas has always been it's them.
Have you ever gone?
One game. I
They-
got that.
They play in Guadalajara. I didn't mean to cut you off. They played there in Guadalajara. Or?
Yeah, in Guadalajara. They
Yeah.
played there. I got to see them in the old stadium. I haven't been to the new stadium yet,
Mhm.
but the old stadium.
Mhm.
And who he is now is Chicharito.
Mhm.
Now he plays for the MLS, or used to play for the MLS.
Mhm.
Chicharito Hernandez. I got to see him. My only game, and I got to see him.
Mhm.
You know, that was one of the things that. But that was the only game, professional wise, over there.
Mhm.
And then here, I'll go to El Paso and see the local owners a lot. Yeah, we like seeing that a lot.
Yeah, we went to the New Mexico United,
Mhm.
where the scarf over there. That the Guadalajara Stadium, is that the one during the World Cup where Ochoa had his last?
No, that was actually Mexico City. His last game was Mexico City.
Okay.
They did play, I think, 1 or 2 games in the Chivas Stadium,
Mhm.
but I think it was other teams.
Oh, I see.
Other teams, but Mexico, I think, played in Mexico City. Other games.
Nice. Over at the your church, y'all are from Guadalajara, right?
Yeah.
Is that where you go for missions and stuff?
Yes, that's where the I don't know how to say it in English, but it's Sede Internacional. That's the international. That's the where.
That's the hub, or
The hub,
okay.
yeah.
The
That's the hub,
main
yeah.
place.
Mhm.
And how often do you go there?
We so everybody from Mexico and all that area region every year would go every year. The church is always there all year round, right? But like for the Holy Supper, they'll meet there, or the invitation will come out. Years ago, it was just so much people,
Mhm.
so much people that back then, the apostle that was inspired to, like, there's just too many people.
Mhm.
We've overcrowded, and not only is it Guadalajara, la hermosa provincia, but there is like two. I think there's like 2 other temples, like the Betel,
Mhm.
and there's many people to outside, right? And it was just so much people that it was like, you know what, this is our last supper for all the other countries to come.
Mhm.
So we're gonna start doing it like in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
or like Brazil or all these other places like that. But this year, they invited all the choirs from like the U.S. and everything
Oh,
to attend the Holy Supper, and it's currently going on right now.
Mhm.
And Karen is in the choir right now in church, so she got invited.
Oh, wow.
So then, because she's invited and she's underage,
Uh-huh.
so then it's like, well, one of the parents or both of your parents or your whole family can go.
Mhm.
So then Edith, I was like, yeah, like, I'll go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
For
like,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let's go to it. But I think that one of the reasons too is the kids. I think this year the school started so early, like I think it was the first or second, so they're gonna miss a lot of school.
Mhm.
So I was like, look, I'll stay, or I'll just go these days. And I had asked for I think it was yesterday, today, and tomorrow, Saturday off. I was like, I'll take a flight and I'll go last minute,
Mhm.
But she's currently over there right now. She's
Yeah.
over there, and Karen is in the choir up there, and man, she likes it. She loves it, and I tell her, is like, just do your thing, and just support her and all that, and just have fun, and she loves the choir. She loves singing. She loves the choir. Edith used to do choir back then, so you kind of like you support them, like they have this, like, not a suit, but it's like a dress, a big nice dress, like for the women that are in the choir and all that. And we were scrambling last minute to get all of them shipped up to us, and then she's really small too, so even the extra small was still dragging on her, and she was sewing and everything. But yeah, she got everything nice and taken care of, and but yeah, they're up there right now. They're up there right now, and right now is a Holy Supper
Oh,
right
nice.
now. Yes.
And how long are they going to be there? A week or so, or?
Yeah, it was a week.
Mhm.
It was a week. I think so the way that how it comes out is, hopefully I'm explaining this right. Like I think it's like the if I remember the dates correctly, like the 10th is the welcoming.
Mhm.
So the welcoming is man, and I'll try and get a video of it so you can see it. But it's so representative from each delegation, each country,
Mhm.
each everything, and you walk in, you hold your banner, your flag, you
Mhm.
walk in the church welcomes you for the Holy Supper.
Mhm.
But so it's off like that, and the 14th is the ceremony, and
Mhm.
then the 15th is what we call the despedida, is like the farewell.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, she'll be up there for yeah about a week or two. But she's
Mhm.
like, oh, I'll be up there for another 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, go ahead. She's got family up there,
Yeah.
so she visits, she stays and she visits.
Where do y'all meet here? The Americans in the church.
It's in Garden and Second.
Oh no, I meant for your
Oh,
big your big get together here.
we did this here in California. It was
Oh.
in California in Glen Theater. I
Mhm.
think it was in. I'm not sure it was the outskirts of Los Angeles. It
Mhm.
was in Los Angeles, but it was Glen Theater,
Yeah.
and it was to those that could make it. It packed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your brother, who's a missionary in Australia, is the church growing there, or does he have
Yes.
to go somewhere else for these events
No, it's growing. It's growing.
so he can have it there?
Yeah, yeah. He'll have it there, or like here he'll we, even though we're not there, but we'll participate spiritually. We'll participate.
Oh, okay.
But there was a time where, because the church was so big, then they were setting up a lot of the holy suppers like in that region,
Hmm.
um, like the Brazil. So I think it was Brazil. I think, or well, they'll divide it. They'll divide it into where certain countries can get together
Oh,
close
nice.
by. Um, but I'm trying to find a video so you can see it, but.
Yeah, you probably find it 5 seconds after we.
Yeah, after we're done with it.
Yeah. That's how it usually. That's how it usually goes.
But yeah, he's yeah, they're up there right now. They're up there right now, and it's like, "Are you coming?" It's like, "No, I don't think I can." It's like, "The kids are here." I was like, "So she'll send me videos or
Hmm.
pictures, but then the church will also post it, and
Hmm.
we'll see it from there."
Nice. I ask everybody who comes on here, De Los Reyes, who uh, can't talk all of a sudden. I like to ask everybody their favorite Bible verse or story or passage.
Yeah, I obviously everything in the Bible is great, right?
Hmm.
I love everything. Part of it is everything is great for all of us, right? But
Hmm.
there's a couple of them that really to me stand out, and one of them is a passage, not, I guess not a passage, but a story of when Jesus was walking on water,
Hmm.
and he said, I guess he had gone to go pray. He had left his disciples in a boat.
Hmm.
They're waiting, but I guess it was a storm coming, right? Or it was building up a storm, right? And so I think it was his disciples over there, and Jesus was coming down, and I think it was Peter that said that they even thought that it was like a ghost, right? And is that you? Or like, yes, like, well, if that's you, then Peter was telling her, I guess if I'm saying it correctly, Peter was telling her, well, summons me to go with you, you know.
Hmm.
He saw Jesus walking on water. And Peter starts walking on water, just like him,
Hmm.
you know. And then all of a sudden, Peter starts sinking,
Yeah.
you know. And Peter asks, help me, save me.
Hmm.
And Jesus saved him and everything. And even Jesus, I guess not in a form of kind of like just telling her, like, hey, it's like man of very little faith, I think is what he
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, a lot of the stories in the Bible of that have been victorious stories, have been, like David and Goliath, like the I think it was the 3 or 4 teenagers that got thrown in the oven, the heat of the oven, right? To me, that passage is, I can relate that for everything in life, because if we stayed eyesight bullseye,
Yeah.
in Jesus,
Yeah,
in
100%.
100%,
Yep.
then you can walk on water just like Peter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, because I mean that was his whole problem. He started focusing on the
on
waves
on
or
the
on
waves,
anything
on
else.
anything,
Yeah.
and we can relate that even in our current life right now. Like,
Mhm.
we live in a world of, I'm not saying, I don't know if it's a lot of evil, a lot of temptation. Doesn't mean that just because we live in it that we gotta fall.
Mhm.
But I think that the world that we live in is like the sea that they were on. And,
Yeah.
the ocean that they were on, and you can see the storm and these waves and everything. And you're still walking on water.
Yep.
And
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and if you just focus,
Mhm.
that is it. It's very simple. You can focus. And how many other parts of the scripture, was it Daniel in the I think it was that. I think it
With
was
the
Daniel
lions.
with the lions,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Where do you hear that?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
He should have been food.
It's just, I can't even jump to my neighbor's house with the dog there, and I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like, and all that Daniel did was just
Mhm.
stayed faithful. He right with the vision, the focus, what it was.
Yeah.
These teenagers in the oven of, I think it was like a heat of an oven or something
Yeah.
like that, right? Where even sometimes you don't even have to preach, just the way that you are, right? Because I remember that scripture, it even says that, I was like, go check up on them. They should be dead by now, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And that other messenger or that person went. I was like, I thought we put 3.
Yeah.
I was like, I see 4.
Mhm.
I was like, what? And then they ended up
Yeah.
taking them out, right? What did with those? I'm not sure if they were youth or what, but what did those three people do? Is that they stayed faithful. They stayed focused.
Yeah.
On what.
Well,
on
and they
him,
they went in there knowing that God was going to do whatever He was going to do, because the king tells them, he says, you're gonna worship me, or I'm gonna throw you in the oven. And they're like, we're not gonna worship you. Throw us in the oven. So our God, He can get us out of the oven. That's no big deal. He says, but even if He doesn't, like, that's His business, and we're not gonna worship you.
And just that, like, to walk on water. You see Jesus coming down. He's like, you think it's a ghost, and they're like getting scared.
Mhm.
And it's like, well, if it's you, then summons me to go with you, and he did. Like, yeah, well, come on.
Yeah, let's go.
And if we just listen to that, just come. A simple words of like, hey, yeah, come.
Yep.
And if we just remain focused, no doubts, because I think that, like, even my brother was telling me, just a little bit of doubt in you is enough for you to start sinking in, or more doubt to come in. But anything that you can do in life, anything, just as long as you're focused in Him, focused in God, because Jesus.
Well, you start focusing on the storm, or you start focusing on the waves. I mean, God's bigger than that, and that's something that David understood, because everybody's like, "Look at this guy; he's a giant. You can't hit him." And he's like, I mean, he's not even as big as an ant compared to God.
And what did he say? I come with
I come in the name of the Lord.
In the Lord, right? And what he also said, as soon as he got to the inside the boat, the ocean, everything just eased off, and then that's when they said, like, there's no doubt you are the Son of God, but we don't even need the rest of this. Just as long as we believe, we know who He is, we know what He's about, we know. I think it's the scripture. I'm not sure if I'm converting it right from Spanish to English, but when he said that, I dominated this world, yo vencí al mundo. I think I beat this world, or something like that. Yo he vencido al mundo. And
you overcame, or
you overcame. It's like, so what else do we need? That's it. That's the person that's telling you, hey, come with me. And I think there's another scripture. It was like, if God with me, who against me?
Yep.
That's it. And if we kept those simple words in our hearts, and not only in our hearts, but put them in action.
Yeah, there's no limit.
There's no limit.
Yeah,
to
you
anything.
can fight giants. You can walk on water.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, as long as you have your focus.
And maybe and that might be not walking on water, fighting, but those are other ways of life, or other metaphors like that, or,
Sure.
or things that you're going through in life, or
Yeah. And it only makes sense to follow him, not only because like we don't follow him just because we want to do these things, but we follow him because of what he can do and what he's already done. You talked about the fish earlier. I remember after that people started going away, and Jesus asked the disciples, he says, "Are you going away too?" And they're like, "Man, where are we going to go?
Yeah.
You got
the word on top, yeah.
Yeah, you've got the words of life. Yeah, we're going anywhere."
Yeah. And I'll be very honest. Like whenever you invited me to the podcast, like, man, like this subject to me is like, even though obviously my life has nothing to do with, but man, this is such a good. Like I was scared to, because this is such a great subject. Like it's very personal to me. Like religion is so important to us, to me, and everything. Like, man, what's he gonna ask? And man, and I even tell my brother, man, I'm gonna cry. I was like, I don't care. My brother's like, who cares? Just do it. You're talking about God and this and that. I was like, but just if you're focused in Him, that is it.
Yeah,
that is all you need. Just if you're pure at heart, and your intentions are good, and everything that you're doing is for a good reason, good deed, and to honor Him and bless His name, everything's gonna come out. Even like people are like, how do you do that? Like, why is it working for you? Or man, you're so successful, or man, this is working for you and it didn't work for so and so. You never know.
What's different?
What's the formula? Like, there is no formula. The formula is God. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, we have a song here that we sing all the time. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Right. It's the same message. Like look this way.
Yeah, David did it. All these prophets and kings, and all that they did was just stay. The vision was Him. That was it. They stayed focused. Through all the temptation, through all that, and but to me, it was sad. It's just.
And then every time, and we all lose focus here and there, and that's the time it doesn't work out.
Yeah. And my second favorite one is whenever I think he speaks about the sheep that drifted away. And to me is that's the love that He has for us.
Yep.
The love that He has always shown. That is that you'll never second guess that love. Like it's just it was just, for whatever reason, that other sheep drifted away, went away.
Yep.
And he says that he left, that he was counting them. I think is what he said, that he was counting. He was like, oh, I'm missing one.
Yep.
I think he had like 99, 100 or something. I don't know how many.
He left the 99 to go get one.
To go get one.
Yep.
Like, man, you have all this right here. You have these are the ones that listen. These are the states. And I think he said that he found it.
Yeah, and then just rejoiced.
Yeah,
over the
he found it with Rainier or something like that, and he brought it back. He brought it back.
It reminds me of the prodigal son, because that kid goes away and man, he just does everything wrong you can do, and even it has Jewish connotations to it, because he's even like messing with pigs and stuff that he's not supposed to do.
Eating
and then
from there, that's what he said. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then he comes back, and it's not even like, all right, we'll work this out. We'll have a conversation about it. No, he comes back and they're happy. Like,
they do. What he says, like, hey, get him. It's like, we're gonna party. We're not gonna party, but we're gonna like, hey, get this, because my son is coming back or something like that, or my son se arrepintió or something like that. Is what it said. And I was like, and why not?
Yeah, and that's how He is with us. Yeah. When we go away, we can always come back, and He's always ready for us to come back, and He always has the party ready to go. Or the ring ready to go. Or I heard a joke, and it was kind of talking about that. It talks about how God is always in the same place, and we're the ones who drift, but He's always there waiting. And the joke I heard is this man and woman are riding around in their truck, and the wife says, "You know what? When we first bought this truck, things were different." He said, I wasn't way over here. I was there in the middle, and we used to cuddle all the time, and I would hang off you, and we would laugh, and we would do this and that, and I would just sit as close to you as humanly possible, and that doesn't happen anymore. And the husband's driving the truck, and he looks over at her, he says, I'm in the same spot. 100% not moved. That's how God is with us. Like he's in the same spot. Like scoot over. Yeah.
He's never left us. As much as we've left him, and he's never left us. There's a hymn that I hope I'm translating right. Like in Spanish is like el que debo yo de buscar me busco a mí. It's like the one that I should have looked for when he looked for me.
Yeah,
like he looked for me. I'm not sure if it was the rest of it, but like the one that I should have loved me first.
Yeah,
like it just shows us that he came looking for us. He's looking for us, and sometimes we have that doubt in our head, like, no, I'm not worthy, or I've sinned so much, or what are the brothers gonna say, or what are the people gonna say, and that's just that bad doubt or the evil, whatever it is, and sometimes it overpowers us, and other people like they go and they make that step, and I remember like one of the times that I came back from doing all the stuff, like there was no words I had to say other than just tears.
Yeah,
and that is enough because he knows what you're saying.
Yeah,
before it even comes out, he already knows. He already knows what you're asking for without you even asking.
Yeah. It talks about that during the Lord's Prayer. It says your Father knows what you have need of.
Yeah. It's just you come in there. And,
You're talking about that song. That leads me to another question I ask everybody on the podcast. What is your favorite religious song? Or
Okay, actually, and I was looking. We have it in Spanish, right? And I was telling my brother, hey, just do you have it in English? I was like, do you have it in English? He said, yes. There's so many,
sure,
but there's even a couple ones that, but there's one that I'll start off, and the other one I'll end it with is I think the title of it is I don't know about tomorrow, but it says kind of like the headliner says, trust in God. It says, I don't know about tomorrow. I just live from day to day. I don't borrow from its sunshine, for its skies may turn into gray. I don't worry the future, for I know that Jesus said, and today I'll walk beside him, for he knows what is ahead. Many things about tomorrow I don't see them. I don't seem to understand, but I know who holds tomorrow, and I know who holds my hand. That's awesome. And just that one, and there's more. Every step is getting brighter. It's just sometimes we worry about tomorrow so much, or what could be tomorrow, and man, as long as it's by him, he knows the future. He knows what's up in the future. We just gotta trust it. And I go back to the same scriptures. Like, if we just stay focused on him, who cares what comes tomorrow? Yeah, anything is gonna come out. He's gonna have us. He's gonna walk us through everything, with good, bad. So he's gonna be there. That one, and then there's another one where we're all like, we've all expressed like we all wanted to be preachers, and then. But some of us didn't do it. Like I didn't do it. I expressed that I wanted to, but I never did. Right. But my brother Jesse too, and there's a possible a part of the Bible, but he always just tells us like, just because you don't think you're preaching is like doesn't mean just because you're not a messenger doesn't mean that you're not preaching.
Right. Yeah.
It's like how you conduct yourself, how you speak, how you act, how you work, how you do live day by day. It's like it preaches for you. I was like, and people notice that. I was like, and people are gonna say, hey, where you from? What do you do? You don't do this or that. And there's a song that we also sing, but it says, do not wait until some deeds of greatness you may do. Do not wait to shed your light affair. To the many duties ever near you, now be true, brighten up the corner where you are. So wherever you're at, whatever you do, make sure you're just that bright, that you just shine.
Yeah, just doing it for the Lord.
Yeah. Brighten up the corner where you are. It says, brighten up the corner where you are. Someone fair from harbor you may guide across the bay.
Yep.
Just by you being a light, you might help somebody else that you don't even know you're helping.
Mhm.
And it says across the bay, brighten up the corner where you are. And it's a couple more verses just above the cloud skies that you may help clear. And on this thou enter your home, let me follow the song of cheer, brighten up the corner. For all their time, you may certainly find it. But just that one, just how the choir sings, like, so somehow someone far from harbor, you may guide across the bay, brighten up the corner where you are. I think it also says that we're supposed to be light, light to the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
in everything we do, in our jobs and in the way we live. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And a light or a lantern isn't put on the bottom to be hidden. It's meant to be on top. To just like how it says, like you might guide somebody.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know, like, hey, well, where you from? What do you do? Or and there you can start preaching from there on.
Yeah.
And you're not even intentions are to preach. It's just so anything that you do from work, like we would teach that to our kids, like, man, if you do good deeds at school, it's like behave, be polite. Like, why are you so polite? Even people will notice, like, why are you so polite? Or just the simplest things, or the way that you dress, or people notice with us. Not even like I was scared to preach, but like I said, it's like you're already preaching in all your actions.
Yeah, we have a saying, and I don't know exactly who said it, and I'll probably mess it up, but the saying is to make sure you go out and preach the gospel, and if necessary, use words. Yeah. Otherwise, just let your example.
Yeah.
Let your example speak for you, and then somebody be like, "What's different about this guy?" And then boom, you got him. Like, here's what's different. It's not. Yeah. It's not who I am. It's whose I am.
Yeah. And what's that one like? It was one of the. I'm not sure. One of the disciples was like, he got picked to be. I don't remember, but he's like, I'm not. I don't have scripture. I don't have like challenges to speak. It's like, no. It's like, I'm sending you with my blessing.
Yep.
I don't remember who that was, but it's like, I know I remember it in Spanish, but I was like, just that, like I'm scared. I don't know what I'm gonna say. It's just a youngster. It's like, no, don't worry. It's like, I'm sending you with blessings, or how to talk with people.
Well, we see it with Moses too, because Moses wasn't a good speaker, and then he argue with God, but he's like, man, I don't speak.
Is that him? Is that was maybe that's it?
So he said, well, your brother can talk, but you're you're going. Yeah. Take them with you. Yeah, and God can. I've heard this saying too, that He doesn't call people who are equipped, but He equips the people who are called.
What was it? Also, like the Holy Supper, like he invited everybody, or he invited a lot of people, and a lot of people were like, "No, I'm doing this, I'm doing that," and it goes to that, like, I'm not saying that he after all those people said no,
he goes and go get the bums then,
and he doesn't get the most talented speakers or anything. He gets those Moseses, gets those Moseses that. Might not know nothing, and then here they are freeing. Was it Egypt, right?
Yeah,
Egypt, and all that he did, and but just if we just believe in him,
and he can use anybody. Like, I always think about Gideon too, because they tell Gideon like come on, man of valor, and Gideon's like, what are you talking about? He says, my family is like the least of this whole place, and not only that, but I'm the least out of my family.
Yeah.
Like, not only did you pick the lowest family, but I'm the lowest guy in there. Like, I'm the janitor. Like, what do you want me to do? And God's like, no, we gotta go. We gotta go take care of this. Looks like your people are
trying to. You're good. You're good, Captain. It's actually Antoine. Antoine's over this car.
Oh yeah. Looking for a place to stay.
Yeah, probably looking at, can I stay tomorrow?
Yeah. What'd you guys do for dinner? Yeah, he is a good kid. I've enjoyed working with him, and I think that you're gonna. How we talked earlier about how you're gonna see your kids raise families and stuff like that. I think from a work aspect, you're going to see him move into roles that you moved into. I think you're going to have an opportunity to see what he does as a sergeant and so on, as somebody who supervises. I mean, if he stay, who knows? Maybe he wants to be a cop or whatever, but staying there, like you,
No, I think you'll stay.
Yeah. Well, Dulce, I appreciate your time. It's been great, man. Anytime you want to come on here and talk about something, whatever you. I know you're busy doing all these podcasts all over the state of New Mexico. Anytime you want to come back to this one, we talk, we hang out.
Yes. We definitely talk about anything, religion, anything. That's, like I said, that was one of the things that, man, what am I gonna say, man? These are some deep questions. And I was like, man, I'm gonna cry. I was like, but my brother's like, so man, you're two people sharing this.
For sure.
And religion is so important. I think God is so important in everybody's lives.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Life or death.
We need it. Yeah.
Or eternal life.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, would you end our time together? Would you close us in a word of prayer?
I was saying in Spanish, so I kept it.
Whatever you want.
En el nombre del Señor Jesucristo, vengo delante de ti, tomando esta oportunidad que tú me das para poder expresar, platicar o dar testimonio de la iglesia y poder expresar algunas palabras de la iglesia, de tu santo siervo. De alguna manera, de otros, Señor, que esto llegue a otros corazones y puedan llegar al camino de Dios. Aunque de alguna manera y con la tecnología que ahora hay, con estos parques o algo, lleguen a cualquier lugar y puedan inspirar a otra gente, jóvenes, niños o salidos, y traerlos poco a la iglesia. Doy muy gracias a Dios por todo lo que me hace tu santo siervo. En el nombre del Señor Jesucristo. Amén.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, everybody. Josh again. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, if you're enjoying this podcast, please like us and give us a follow on Spotify or wherever it is that you listen to your podcast. And if you really like it, leave us a positive review. It'll help people find it in the algorithm. Again, thank you for listening, and God bless.